Well, we can speak to Richard Ehrlich, who's in Bangkok. Richard is a correspondent for the Washington Times. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard. There's still quite a bit that's unclear from our end. Do you have any more information about whether it was one or two checkpoints that were attacked and about the victims?
Well, they're saying in some reports a checkpoint. Other reports are saying checkpoint. So we're still not clear about that. But it is correct that they used explosives, attacked these checkpoints, and killed 15 people. Now, the weak spot for the defense forces is that they were personnel, village defense volunteers. And these are basically villagers who are given some light training, handed a shotgun, and said, go and protect your village, or in this case, a security checkpoint. This is along a road, a highway. These are vulnerable positions and obviously staffed by people who are not trained in counterinsurgency. Now, facing against them are these insurgents, highly sophisticated. They've been fighting for 15 years. People believe it's the largest group, the Barisan Revolution Nationals, but there are smaller rebel groups, all demanding either autonomy or independence. These people are highly skilled in guerrilla attacks in this neighborhood, which is their stronghold. So when they attacked these points with explosives, they also stole some of the M16s and other weapons that were around. And security forces, in fact, found bloodied clothes that they suspect perhaps a rebel or two might have been injured in this attack. But it is the worst in more than a decade.
Richard, what's the relative strength of these separatist groups and these insurgents? How effective has the Thai army been over the past decade and a half in diminishing their potential to launch such attacks?
Well, not very good. I mean, they're talking about thousands. And the weak spot of the military here, and this is a U.S.-trained army that's gone through extensive counterinsurgency. They don't ever know who are the leaders of these groups. They don't even know how many armed separatists they're facing. They say thousands, but of course you also have supporters. And this is a problem. Even though they've been trained, they basically are fighting a containment. And over the past decade, or the 15 years, the insurgency has swollen at times, sometimes tapered off. Now people fear there is a new generation that is tired of these peace talks that don't go anywhere, and peace talks with leaders who aren't really leaders, and have finally said, well, let's challenge the military, let's go for an offensive, which they've unlaunched in this way. It remains to be seen how successful they are maintaining this kind of momentum. They attack, they disappear into the jungle. The security forces arrest people. There are allegations of torture and extrajudicial killings on both sides. Meanwhile, caught in the middle are usually villagers, city folks, businesses, rubber plantation owners, shopkeepers, restaurateurs. The general public is mostly the target.
Richard, thank you so much. Richard Ehrlich from the Washington Times.